All right, let's talk about Lyney. Real quick, TLDR, his gameplay stuff, none of this matters. This is a really, really good way to make his kit overly complicated. All you need to know, he shoot arrow spawn Baron Bunny explode. TLDR. When he uses his burst, he does official, he runs around, it plays clown music, it's great, and then he spawns a taunt. His E skill, technically whenever he generates a taunt, he generates a stack of prop surplus. Prop surplus powers up his E skill, which can cash out at the very end, and will also detonate any taunts that are on field. So your game plan is going to be to burst, get your initial taunt, do 2 or 3 charge attacks generally, and then you're going to want to E skill. The E skill also generates 5 pyro particles. It's very nice for Bennett and or Xiangling. You can also try to do a charge attack after the E. The prop surplus stacks last long enough for your next rotation, and it will help him catch his own particles. You may or may not have the time or the success to do so, though. Now, talking about teams, it's really simple. He has this passive. When he does damage to enemies affected by pyro, he does a lot more damage. TLDR, he's a pure pyro character. That is what he is meant to do. Now, something that I am recommending as a possibly hot take, you're gonna have a lot more time using Xiangling teams, like Xiangling Kazuha Bennett or Xiangling Zhongli Bennett, because you're decentralizing your damage around Lyney, basically. The more damage you have tied up in Lyney's charge attack, the more inconsistent things are gonna be, and honestly, the worse of the time you're gonna have. You're also getting most of that damage anyway. If you end up doing 2 charge attacks with Kazuha, or even 1 charge attack, it is just as good as doing even 3 or 4 charge attacks with a defense character. But if you do want to use a defensive option, Dia and Zhongli will both work. Side note, do not play Zhongli Kazuha Bennett. It is real bad. Don't do it. Trust me. It's not gonna be good. It is not gonna be a fun time. His constellations actually are fairly good. His C1 has more value the fewer charge attacks you do. His C2 essentially just gives him free crit damage. His C3 kind of breaks the mold a little bit by being the first 5-star who has normal attacks on their constellation. It's very nice. His C4 is Pyro Shred on charge attack. It's quite good. C5 is the burst. Mostly this is insignificant, but whales will find use out of it. And his C6, it's all right. You still have to do the full charge shot, which you may find difficult because he is the new squishiest character in the game. You know how you get one shot all the time on Wanderer and it's really funny? He's gonna get one shot more often. Sorry if that's disappointing news to you, but it's nice. He does a lot of damage. To make up for this, the reason he does a lot of damage is because he has very real gameplay drawbacks. If you want to talk about AoE potential, he has a 1 meter AoE on the charge shot detonated taunts, which, if you did not know, 1 meter AoE is the same as a hyper bloom. Conclusion, he does a lot of damage. He has really bad gameplay restraints. If you like him, you're gonna be happy. If you don't like him, you're gonna be happy. He seems fine. He's a pretty standard pure pyro character. If you like Ganyu's charge attack gameplay, you'll have a very fun time with him. He's most similar to Melt Ganyu without the energy restrictions because he is a pyro character, and his damage is technically quite similar.